What's up, everybody? Tis I, Photo Dave, and this is the Toypixx Thursday night live stream where we'll be discussing your very favorite action figures of 2025 so far, basically the first quarter, and then who knows what other trouble we'll get into. And all is right with the world, as I'm going to start with the chat right now because Sci-Fi George came in and gave us today's update. Thank you, sir. Much appreciated. Let's just get cracking right away. Greetings and toytations, everyone. Good googly moogly. Beathir has landed at Big Bad Toy Store for the ultra low price of $800. That's right. If you bought the pre-order from Four Horsemen, you only pushing the buttons. Paid $550. The wing set is now $270, not $150, and the flame set is $240, not $150. I guess Tony Soprano is the head of BBTS's finance department. It definitely pays to get the pre-orders from Four Horsemen. It does for sure. But I can tell you this, what BBTS is charging right now, I'm confident will be far cheaper than what Beathir will be on eBay later. Let's see, first, because everyone else afterwards will mark them up. Last time I saw someone done this raw and dirty, Ned Beatty was stumbling through the backwoods in Deliverance. All of the unlocked items will pushing the buttons, be included with all of the Beathir sets. Now back to you, Dave, and the esteemed chat. Thank you, Sci-Fi. I appreciate you coming in with that stuff, my friend. It is definitely way more. And when I factored in tax, I can't remember. I came up with what the price would have been had I not ordered it from from Four Horsemen, and it was $300 or $400 more after everything else. So definitely saving some money, but definitely if you wait past when Big Bad Toy Store or whomever else might get it, if you wait till they're totally sold out, I'd be willing to bet Beathir all in is going to go for between $2,000 to $3,000 almost right away. So it honestly has me looking at it going, I wonder if I could pay for that Beathir. So anyway, all right. We're gonna keep going. Ahoy, chat. Ahoy, wreck ship. Good to see you, sir. Nerds. What's up, Mr. Madsen? Nerds. Clankatron. What's going on, sir? Thank you very much for stopping by. What do we have? Alex Martinez. Woohoo! Lots of woohoo. Hello, Dave. I missed out on the Marvel Legends Punisher. Oh, and you guys know I'm not into Marvel Legends. I will say that Bernthal head is really good. That's all right, Alex. I'm sure somehow you'll be able to find him somewhere down the road. Did you see the new email from BBTS? They backtracked on the price increases, leaving it open to when they come in before they add the tariffs. I did. I got the email today. So I'll need to go and look at my stuff and find out what's up. Because they did say one or more of your pre-orders, and I do have one and more of my pre-orders. I just want to see, but I didn't see it till just before the stream, so I'll have to go in and check. I sent a pic of the email to your IG. Appreciate it, Mr. Madsen. I will check it, but like I said, yeah, I think if it's the same email I got, I'm reasonably confident it was the same thing. Who knows? Another day, another pre-order. Absolutely phenomenal, Uncarded. What did you get? What did you pre-order? Sci-Fi, I agree with you, Dave. Makes me wish I bought a second one to sell off. Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be tough to, I don't know. I mean, I was barely able to justify the one. I'd have to really think hard if I wanted to get one just to sell later, which would be kind of, I don't know, not nice, but at the same time, it would be good for the old wallet. Alex, it's available on BBTS now for pre-order. There you go, Alex. If you're in the States, Game on. Rexship, the Punisher figure is slightly infuriating because Hasbro decided to skimp out on full sets of hands again. Did they? I saw 2 extra hands, but I didn't see what else. I saw it only came with a pistol, and I thought that was kind of funny, considering the Punisher. Boss Fight Red Sonja and Mythic Legion's Legendary Barbarian top my list of what I have in hand. When I get Blanca, that may change. Nice. Yeah, when I get Blanca, I'm just gonna be stoked. He'll be a big time video on the old channel. Let's see. Sweet. Yep. It's all good stuff. It's all good stuff. So we've got votes for Red Sonja. And what was the other? Sorry, let's see. Mythic Legion's Legendary Barbarian. He does look good. I wish he had a little more elbow range, and I wish I'd gotten to Muskikon early enough to pick one up for Harry. But yeah, I mean, he looks rad. He looks like he's going to be a great Conan. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's live stream brought to you by the fine folks at Cola-Cola's Sprite Division. Delectable, refreshing, lemony, and limey. All right. So we got a lot of that going on. Let me know in the comments, gang, what figures have been your absolute favorite of the year so far, while I go in and share the screen on ye old Patreon. If anybody's catching this and they haven't seen one of these before, if they haven't seen or been on a live stream yet and haven't gotten any DMs from me, or just you're catching Toypixx for the first time and you've never heard of Toypixx at all, go to the Toypixx Patreon page where you can download for free. You don't have to be a member or anything. 100 backgrounds for action figure photography. It's kind of an ebook. Well, it is an ebook I put together for anybody that's into action figure photography. So again, just go to Patreon, grab it for free. You're good. Or there's also a link in the video description on the YouTube live stream. I have to say that because I don't know exactly how to make all that work on the X live stream. So if you're watching on X, check out the live stream later on YouTube, and you can download this in the description. Or again, just go to the Toypixx Patreon. This is the first thing you'll see. And I also, let's highlight a few more crazy things. We got Fire and Smoke Effect, because I haven't been good about posting these on the social media. We have a Dingy District background. We have clouds. You can just, this is actually a PNG file, so you can move the clouds around in whatever file editing software you have. Put those in your skies, have some fun. And then we have a spaceport background for, somewhere in the future when we have little airports that are actually for spaceships, because we're going all interstellar and all that stuff. These are also, in case you're watching this for the first time, these are also all free. So anything that I put together that's going to help people with their action figure photography, totally free stuff. So if you want any of it, again, head to the Toypixx Patreon, grab it. This kind of effect is best with a program like GIMP or Photoshop, because you can set the layer to make all this black disappear, so it looks like you've just got smoke over your figures. But that's what I've got for that kind of shamelessness. I also want to go down and remind everybody, I should have just opened this up on the screen, huh? I want to remind everybody that currently the April photo contest for Patreon is going on. Now for this, you do have to spend some money, because, well, I buy the prizes. So it's the $5 Grande tier, and this month's theme is night. The last time to enter, last day and time to enter for April is April 30th at 11:59 Pacific Standard Time. So just find this. There's also a link to this in the video description of the live stream that you're watching right now on YouTube. Or you can scroll through Patreon, find this post, read all about the rules and all that good stuff, and decide if you want to give it a shot, which is hilarious because cameras, this month's this month's winning will be the first prize, the only prize, the grand prize will be the Player 2 Fei Long. It is in my possession. So you get all this craziness. So really, there's 11 of you that are currently subscribed at that level. I believe 10 of you, maybe. I'm not sure. I'll have to look. Either way, that's a lot of people that are set up. So all of you, take those pictures, get them to me, and let's have some fun. And remember that this is not just a spin of the wheel. This is skill based. People will be voting on their favorite image. So that's what I've got for all that. That ends, or thus ends, the old Patreon plug and all that good stuff. Don't worry, almost everything on here is for free. I'm working on figuring out what to do for all the channel members, though. I've been involved in the chat a little more. So we'll see. We'll see. Or the patrons, I suppose. We'll see what else I come up with. Now, let's go see how everybody's doing. Uncarded. Alex, yep. Most of the recently unavailable Marvel Legends pre-orders are back up on BBTS, Maximum Spidey, and Hulk 2. Nice. All you Marvel Legends fans, you've got a shot at these guys. Cool and refreshing. Oh, wait. That was a 7-Up commercial. Who remembers? Oh, man. What was the comedian's name? Oh, I can't. Oh, why can't I remember his name? Why am I thinking Orlando's in there? I don't know why. Anyway, the 7-Up commercials, make 7 up yours. I thought that was pretty good stuff. The way that they always enunciated the whole tagline, I thought was pretty good. I don't know why I'm thinking Orlando, though. That doesn't seem right. The Fog Toys M figure has been my favorite so far. Bex and Toys, thanks for chiming in. We are going to need to look at the M figure, I think. So much dead air. Herman, what's going on, man? Hey, y'all, favorite so far has to be Doc Knock from Mezco. That was the second Doc Knock, right? He looks cool. I was very tempted by him. And I think I was tempted by him quite a bit because of the vehicle that you can get for him. I thought that thing was sweet. It's like, ooh, Mezco's getting a little steampunky with some of this stuff. Doc Knock 2.0 is, let's see, 1. D1 Blackhorn is 2. CT Toys Helverine is 3. D1 Blackhorn. We'll have to check out a couple of these, I think. God, Alex, uncarded. Thank you. I just pre-ordered. Oh, yes. Good job, uncarded. Alex has his Punisher coming in. Let's see. Excellent. Anytime. All right, let me look back up here. We know Fog Toys M figure. Let me go to... I'm looking that up right now. Oh, this thing's awesome. I do remember talking about this. All right, hang on. Let me get out of ye old Patreon. And let's instead share this screen. So many buttons. Oh, yeah, I remember. Yeah. Was this? Yeah, this is it, isn't it? Yeah, we talked about this thing quite a bit. It's this, I mean, I assume this is the one you're talking about, yeah? Or is this, hold on, let me go through. There were some really clean black pictures, like black background pictures too. I thought, yeah, this is definitely the one that, I'm sure this is the one we were talking about. Let me know. Let me know. Because, yeah, redness right there. Okay, we know Doc Knock 2. Let's see. D1 Blackhorn. D1 Blackhorn. Let's see. I'm just typing now. See if PBTS has that. Blackhorn by D1 Studios. All right. Pre-order sold out. Oh, this kind of stuff is just cool. I like just the weird, wacky nature of stuff like this. I'm not sure if we talked about this one or not. I vaguely remember the other one. We might have. There's something familiar about that look there. Yeah, these are pretty sweet. All right. What else we got? Ooh, comments. They keep jumping, jumping. Clankatron. Let's see. I got Transformers Age of the Prime Solus Prime recently, and she's pretty nice. I also finally got Legacy Tarn, and he's awesome. Clankatron, here's what's crazy. I just started getting Transformers end of last year, getting back into them. And I recently found Solus. I was talking to you guys. I think you were on here when I told you that I found her at Target and she was 17.49 or something, which was insane. And that Tarn is amazing, man. Those are both awesome pickups. I love them both. So congrats. They are pretty nice. I got Prima as well. If you haven't found Prima yet, see if you can find him. He's deceptively cool. Like he could use a little bit of a wash probably, but he's much cooler than a lot of the pictures make him out to be. I'm trying to just get the primes and the G1 stuff for now. I do like a lot of the Armada stuff though. Wreck Ship, I guess for 2025, my favorite in-hand figure would have to be Xandar. I'm pretty sure Mafek's Daredevil was last year, so he don't count, obviously. Well, no, but I mean, sometimes a figure is so good he should count for like a decade, and that Daredevil's pretty up there. I got to take a picture of him the other day. I was excited. Actually, I think that was just yesterday with Raphael and Leonardo. I decided that Daredevil's army starts in the sewers. Uncarded, I just pre-ordered the CT Toys Rivaltech Agent Venom from AliExpress, and it was only $8.95. Holy crap, uncarded. That's amazing. Even for CT Toys, I know CT Toys goes cheap, but that's crazy. Vexen Toys. Then I have Rebel Customs make April O'Neil soft goods for her. Nice. Yeah, Rebel 10 Customs does great work, obviously. Brick, what's up, sir? What's up, Toy Fam? What's up with you? Of course, Brick. What's been your favorite figure of 2025 so far? I know we're kind of going by quarters here. I thought, okay, let's do this because I somehow didn't do one of these yet. I painted the vehicle white like a giant mouser. That is sweet. So you basically got her looking like April on the giant mouser. So she just kind of totally stole Baxter Stockman's technology and got to helping the turtles with it. As a classified collector, at the moment, any photogenic figures are still a few months away. I know, man. I've got CoverGirl and Flint on pre-order. I'm still in the air whether I want to get some Vipers or not, but I should totally get Vipers, obviously. But Flint and CoverGirl are easy grabs. Clankatron. I also have the Age of Primes, Aerial Bots, and Studio Series Constructicons on pre-order at BBTS. Clankatron, that's amazing. Like I can't say I've seen Bone Crusher out in the wild, but because I have them on pre-order at BBTS with Scrapper, like I didn't order them separately, then I thought, well, I guess I better not pick him up just yet. But I did find Slingshots and it's Skydive, I believe, out there in the wild. I was pretty lucky on those. Like I don't have, let's see, I'm still waiting. I want to try out Megatronus. That one's going to be crazy. But yeah, I mean, the aerial bots, you're going to love them. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not convinced on the Constructicons as individuals yet, but the pics that are going around of what Devastator's going to look like, that's looking rad. That's a great fig, Blackhorn. I should have pre-ordered. He's good. He's good. And it's just totally different, which I think is something that I really like about that kind of thing. With great power comes great anxiety or something. Yeah, that sounds about right, Spaded One. I think that's what we got. Everybody's right now super anxious. What's going on? What's happening with the toys? Nathaniel, what's up, man? Sup all? The chat's been busy. Oh yeah, man. We're having good times figuring out what the best figures are of 2025 so far. My faves of the year so far are MopX 2099 and Jada David. All right, they both made the thumbnail. Nice. I remember you talking about how much cooler, like how much it sounded like they really worked on the articulation on that 2099. So hoping I'm still crossing my fingers for for like a Spider-Man 2.0, although their 1.0, I'm still digging that thing because the way you're talking about the improved articulation, I can only imagine how they'd use that with a new Spidey, you know? What's going on, Kyrus? Thank you for stopping in, sir. Appreciate it. All right, what have we here? Best of 2025 so far. Mofex Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. Friendly Neighborhood. Is that the Toby? I'm not even sure. How bad is that? I am a bad nerd, but of course, you all knew that. What's going on, Paul? Good to see you, sir. Spade one. Let's see. Nathaniel just walked in the door with that one. He looked great so far, but I haven't messed with him enough yet. Ooh, boy. This is where the fun's going to be. All right. What do we have? What do we have? What do we have here? Ooh, that's tough. I'd put Mythic Legions to Perculi. Yep, yep. I know which one you speak of, and Jada's Sagat neck and neck. Both great for very different reasons. That's one of those things that always gets tough. Like when somebody asks you something about what's your favorite movie, and you're going, well, my favorite superhero movie is this, my favorite horror movie is that, and then you're going, they're so different. How can they even compare? Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying there, man. But yeah, that would be that tuberculous or tuberculi, whichever. Which one's the singular? I'm thinking the tuberculous would be singular, right? I don't know. Anyway, and Jada Sagat. Obviously, I'm going to have Sagat, but I still got to make some decisions on the Necronominous Wave. I think they're amazing figures. I just need to know, I need to figure out how deep right now. Rexship. Oh, look at that. Thank you, Paul. I appreciate it. Always good to see the people hanging out and chatting with the chat. Oh, wait, I'm tripping. Figma Link from Tears of the Kingdom, actually. Better than both of those. You cannot say it's better than. Yeah, you can. I'm good with that. Figma Link. I think we talked about him some way back when, too. Friendly neighborhood equals Toby. Awesome. Thank you, Spaded One. I thought so, but obviously I wasn't sure enough. Let's go. I want to see that Tears of the Kingdom link now. Let's see. I wonder if BBTS has it. Excuse me while I type horribly. Okay, show me things. There we go. We have regular, we have deluxe. Let's look at regular here. Figma kind of, they sort of, excuse me, guys. They sort of come out of nowhere. Like you don't hear much about them. And then suddenly they putting out some of the absolute best figures of the year. Like when that Metroid Dread figure came out, Samus, everybody said that figure is amazing. And now I've heard this a few times from other people too, that this Link is amazing. But then you'll go a while and not hear anything. And then there's going to be another one that pops up at some point that is also amazing. Yeah, this Link looks really good. So what is it about him that's so great, Brick? Does he move well? Is it the lightness? Obviously, we've got plenty of sweet parts. Just curious. All right, what you got, Harry? What you got? What? No maximum? Oops, maximum Spider-Man on people's lists. I think part of it is people know that I'm not a big Legends guy or a big DC multiverse guy. So if they're into those things, they probably just don't come over here all that much. I'd say that's probably about right. The deluxe. Oh, I totally got to check that out then, don't I? Let's see. I love the Figma links. The Jack Specific figures aren't bad either. Oh, no, I'm not sure I've messed with. I haven't seen those maybe. So many great accessories, and this one is larger than their last links. Fits well with Legions and AWOC. Nice. So he's right in your scale too. The Twilight Light Princess Deluxe is still my favorite. Twilight Light. Is that actually Zelda? See, it's sculpt deco and the clever accessories. I love the glider and the ascend FX where it looks like he's coming out of the floor. All right, obviously I got to go look at the deluxe. Let's get out of here. Let's click all the buttons. Let's just fill the air with the talking and the schmaggenbergen. I don't know what that means. We're just going to push buttons. All right, obviously we'll have a few of the same. Ooh, fancy. Okay, that's rad. That is sweet. And the worst, I'm sure we've looked at this, but I completely forgot about that. It's amazing what an effects piece like that will do to make just a figure look amazingly cool. How many more times can I say amazing? Remember when amazing was a thing and everybody was saying it all the time to the point where you're thinking to yourself, and Inigo Montoya, I do not think you know what that word means. Oh, yeah, the poses too. That's so good. Somebody's gonna get hurt. Yeah, I can see this link being pretty good. Pretty rad stuff. Spaded one, what have you? I'm gonna need Mophex to do more Spidey villains ASAP. I don't want to give Hasbro any money for these characters. What do we have? So far, it's just Carnage and Venom, isn't it? Can you imagine Mophex doing Green Goblin? I mean, they almost have to do. You need a Green Goblin and you need a Doc Ock, and they know obviously how popular Spider-Man is. So I hope. I mean, oh man, how much would they have to charge for both of those? Because Doc Ock and Green Goblin, neither of those are your standard figures. You're going to need a glider. You're going to need tentacle arms. Ooh, yeah, I don't want to think about the price of them. I just want to see what they do with them. Because we need a Norman head. Oh man, they're making the Bruce Wayne and the Clark Kent figures. They need to make, like, I am this guy. I would buy the lame figures. I would buy a Norman Osborn just as Norman Osborn. Because that dude's quite the villain. I would love to have that in the collection. Oh, and a Superman. Oh, if they made a Lex Luthor with or without a power suit. Oh man. See, now you're just turning this into this whole I'm dreaming about what Mophex could do list. Nathaniel, the Mophex, Hush, Scarecrow, and Riddler runners up for 25. Man, I gotta go back. I've got to do some backtracking. Rogue, I got the Ami Ami notice that Rogue will be in May. So I'm looking forward to her. I still got to pre-order Jubilee, but I got to go back. I love the Hush figures. Like I have to go back and pick those up. Driving me crazy. Check out D Amazing's review of that link. I will. I usually see D's stuff. I wonder, is it? I'll go find it for sure. Twilight Princess link. Okay, okay. Let's see. I'm wondering if BBTS has that. Twilight Princess. No, that would be a box set. Hold on. Let's try. I'm going to see if I can find. Would it be a Figma? I assume a Figma figure, right? Wait. What have we? Hold on. So I'm just doing stuff. You guys aren't even seeing my search right now. This is terrible. All right, Twilight Princess link action figure. Let's do that. Here we go. Ooh. All right. Let me share this with you guys. I always look so pained every time it goes back to me, like my hands on my head. I don't know what's up with that. All right. Weird. So it must be third parties have gotten their hands on this thing too. Because on Amazon, dang it, now it's trying to share a totally different. Oh boy, stinking things with their spergen. I don't even know what I'm saying at this point. Let's go. Here we go. All right, there's the Good Smile, The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess Link Deluxe version. Oh, wow. Oh no, what have I done? I've made my screen all dark. Here we go. Okay, that's pretty cool too. And Link in the green is usually what I think of, but that's because I haven't played video games in forever. Yeah, that looks pretty good too. What is, all right, guys, help me out. What's the big, what is, like, is it just a huge ball at the end of a chain? You know, the ball and chain kind of thing. Is he just like swinging that at people? Tell me what's up. Tell me what's up. All right, Spaded One. The Figma aesthetic lines up perfectly with Link. Great looking figure all around. He does, yeah, they do a good job. And I do like a lot of what they put out too. Did Mofex Hush Scarecrow come out this year? Some reason I thought that was last year. He's awesome. A bit overpriced for what he comes with. I think it was this year because for me to decide, I had to go back because I didn't remember what all was this year. So what I would do was I'd click on YouTube and I'd find out how long ago the reviews started popping up. And I think Scarecrow, the reviews were a couple months ago. So I figured it was 2025. Mean, I don't know technically. Let's see, how good were the arms on the Mofex Spider-Man integrated suit? Oh, I don't have that. I'm not sure. The only Spidey, I've got two Spideys, and they're both comic ones. I've got the classic version, like the 185, the regular red and blue, and then I've got the black and white, the symbiote Spidey. Yep, just Venom and Carnage, Doc Ock, Goblin, Electro, Scorpion, Rhino. Give me, yeah, I would go for all that. He definitely needs his villains. Let's see. We could get a Hush Lex. Yes, I forgot about that. Ooh, that would make me happy. Tragic, what's going on? Dude, I got to text you back. So check this out, guys. Okay, so on the weeks leading up to a holiday, I'm suddenly slammed only because I've got to get things done in time to leave, usually on a Friday morning. So everything else just gets put to the side. I finally, this is the last thing that I'm doing before I have to leave for family stuff over Easter weekend tomorrow morning. So tragic. I will text you back tomorrow, probably on my ride out of town. So yeah, I'll talk at you later, man. Hey, and I think we're all doing well. What is your favorite figure in 2025 so far, sir? Vex Monfex needs to make the Black Cat for my Maximum Carnage trio. Man, I mean, you guys have all heard me say it. If Jada and Monfex had all the licenses, I'd be stoked. So, yeah, I mean, if they had a license where they did somewhat less expensive figures like Black Cat, I mean, I'm not sure. I think their problem is right now they have to figure out who would be a surefire sell. Now, I think Green Goblin would be a pretty good sell just because everybody knows how important he is to the Spider Man story and all that good stuff. And he's got a cool design. Black Cat, maybe she'd be a good sell for other reasons, but it's not like she's Storm or I don't know, Rogue or anything like that. So I'm not sure that I don't know. I don't know. Like all these toy companies with everything going on, with realizing how much pickier we all have to be, they're gonna have to start going mostly with A players. But I mean, that doesn't mean I would turn down a Black Cat. I would be stoked and I would pick her up for sure. But I think Black Cat is more going to be a Marvel Legends type release. And yeah, totally necessary for sure. I do agree. I just don't see it happening right now. I would love to be proven wrong though. Dave sent you a pic on Instagram. You might want to show. Uh oh. All right. Hold on. What do we got? 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 Hold on. I'm pushing buttons. Ooh. Oh my. Okay. Why when I push the button does it say edit with AI after I clicked a picture? I would rather not edit this with AI. All right, hold on. We're gonna stop the screen so you can see this. Harry just sent this to me. That's a CT Toys Superior Spider-Man. Let's see if I can get a better angle so you can see. It's a prototype. Back it out a little. Oh, that is ridiculously cool. Wow. Yeah. I'd be curious about that, especially if Mofex isn't making it. See, I don't necessarily, I don't know. I have a tough time with CT Toys, as you guys know, but if Mofex doesn't make the figure, maybe it's not as bad. I don't know. I have to think about it. I would love to get my hands on that figure. That thing looks amazing. All right, Mr. Manson. Yep, just check my emails. I got them in February. Oh, sweet. Yeah, I mean that's my very scientific process of figuring out what came out this year. When did the reviews start showing up? Tragic. That link looks awesome. Yeah, that thing looks incredible. Riddler and Scarecrow. Tragic. That's my favorite link. Kyra's Toypixx. Did you know Magic Square is making a masterpiece Bruticus transformer? I did not. I have not been looking at places like Gundamit and what else? Where else would we go for something like that? Shozy store and all that. I just haven't been there much. I haven't even been on 5K Toys much. I haven't even been on TFW 2005 much. Really, like this week has been insane. But it probably was announced long before this week as well. Let's see, but dang, 199 for Link. Yeah, that one was I think it's an older Link. It was on Amazon. There were several I saw for much cheaper, which makes me think that maybe some bootleggers got a hold of the mold and decided to have some fun. Mofex is doing X-Men. You couldn't convince me more people want X-Men than Black Cat. You know what? Yeah, you just played me. You just schooled me. You were absolutely right. Because even me, who kind of knows my X-Men, that's one area I'm not necessarily a terrible nerd at, was sitting there going, X-Men. I read something with him. What was he again? What was his deal? That sort of deal. You're 1,000%. I would argue that they'd want Black Cat over any Age of Apocalypse figure, but that would be me being a tool bag because a lot of people love Age of Apocalypse. But yeah, and X-Man came over into the main timeline too. Man, that's a strong argument, Spaded One. Imagine if they did a Black Cat and a Mary Jane. Mr. Manson, tragic. He wasn't that price when he was released. That's the aftermarket prices. Yep. And that's Amazon. And Amazon tends to go pretty high when they have their say. Good Lord, words. I was trying to come up with something else. Didn't happen. Tragic. I just got Red Sonja Epic Hacks version. Nice. Yeah, you sent me those shots. She looks great. I'm really pleased with her. I'm actually repainting her armor and accessories. I'll post an update soon. Awesome, tragic. I can't wait to see it. Ah, yeah, you and Mr. Matson loaded up on her as well. Spade, true. Black Cat has a larger fan base than X-Man. Yeah, I can't even argue it. Yep, stoked for CT Toys Gambit so I can return my Mofex safely in its box. That's one way to make it work for you, Herman. That's pretty funny. That Gambit, though, oh, CT Toys better not do that figure dirty because that Gambit's amazing. I actually have him here, which is rare for me to have stuff ready to go. But he was kind of on the dining room table. If you can't tell, the dining room table doesn't have so much on it anymore. A lot of this stuff is making its way to the office finally. And I'm going insane not having the office ready to go. I have about 20 minutes worth of painting to finish in one of the rooms, and then everything can start being put together like it should be. And I've got to wait till probably Easter or Monday to start painting. That's right. I would enjoy my Easter most if I got to come in and paint. That's not true. I got family I would hang out with and enjoy more. But second, it would be if I got to finish painting for that 20 minutes. Tragic. Let's see if I can find a good deal. I'll pick him up. Yeah, he was pretty sweet. I want to go now. I don't want to be totally, we don't want just the dining room table hanging out in the background there. Let's go find something. Let's see. Oh, yeah, there you go. Frank is right there. So if anybody doesn't have Frank yet, he is right there, just as Uncarded said. So game on. Let's keep going. Mr. Manson Herman, I have the Mofex Gambit. Excited to see how the CT Toys does. Yeah, Gambit's he's pretty much, he's one of the figures where you're like, nobody else should even try at 112 scale. He's that good. Tragic Hero, careful. There are a lot of knockoffs that aren't really good. Yeah, that's what I was seeing was I saw a few $40 and I'm going, wait a sec. Amazon's got 200 and here's a 40. That's why I decided, oh, bootlegs, knockoffs. Clangatron, I got the McFarlane DC Guy Gardner Green Lantern recently. The faceplates are weird, but other than that, he's great. Not bad. I don't know. I haven't been paying attention to McFarlane stuff, mostly because they're 1/10 scale and I just don't collect that. But I can't picture, I'm not sure if I saw the Guy Gardner. But if everything works on him, that sounds awesome. Nathaniel, we're getting an Uncanny Spider-Man, so maybe we'll also get a Silver Sable. Oh, man. Mm. Silver Sable would be insane. Dave, you should get at least Maxilius from the Necronominus wave. I have Maxilius. He's actually at the office, so I'm pretty stoked about that. Yeah. I actually took his regular skull head and I put it on Sir Gideon. Those are my two. Well, plus I got the Knight's Hand Pack. So those are my three purchases aside from Beathir for Mythic Legions. But yeah, I do want to get a few more Necronominus things. I think that wave is pretty amazing. Maxilius, the Harvester, the Grim Reaper, good times. Tragic. Mr. Matt, I thought about cutting the plastic waistband and then gluing fabric so that the chainmail bikinis will keep it from racing up when adjusting her. Just a thought. I think, didn't you, Matson, you painted, right? You gave her actually the bikini bottom so it wouldn't look quite so weird? Kairos Toypixx, I got the Mofex Spidey 99. It's a splendid figure, one of my favorites. The webbings on his black are awesome. See, I've heard, like I said, Spaded One said that thing was pretty awesome. On his back, I assume, is what you're talking about. But yeah, I've heard very good things about that Spidey. If I were one to collect outside of the 616, I would probably get him. Thanks for the heads up. I'll make sure it's a legit link. Yeah. I honestly, when Amazon's prices are that insane, I go to eBay and I hate messing with eBay. Although, as a buyer, eBay isn't so bad. It's just as a seller where it's pretty awful. Tragic. If I can find a legit, let's see, bid on link, I'll throw my hat in the ring. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Mr. Manson, tragic. The knockoffs replicate everything pretty well. It can be a challenge. The difference in hand is easy to see, but on the internet, ugh. Ugh. Break that Punisher's face is too pretty based on the Daredevil Born Again finale from Tuesday. If you know, you know. Dope finale. It was, yeah. If everybody seen the all of the Daredevil Born Again episodes so far? Actually, forget that. If you have not seen all the Daredevil Born Again episodes, let me know in the chat. That might be a little something else we can talk about once we figure out what everybody's favorite figures are. But if anybody hasn't seen it all the way through, I don't want to spoil anything. I'm just looking here, seeing what we've got, seeing about reminders, new arrivals. Yeah, this is the Spidey 2099 that everybody's talking about. And he is, I mean, I like the way that webbing was done back there. I think it's pretty cool. And I love the posing that they did for some of these shots. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about that. It's just a darn good looking figure. And like I said, if I were into collecting outside of the 616, I would load up. I actually probably most of the time I don't feel like I need a Ben Riley Spider-Man, but I kind of want a Ben Riley Spider-Man. So we might see what I do there. If I decide I need one badly enough to pick one up. Spaded one, this Punisher figure has a haircut fresh off the Jersey Shore. That's not wrong. That is not incorrect. See, White Tiger. Oh yeah. Womp womp. It was sad. It was sad. Great character. I mean, it was played well. Brick, I got that knockoff Twilight Link from Amazon. It sucked. Tried to return it, and Amazon ended up just refunding me. Just saying, I'm not sad about Amazon losing tens of dollars. Yep. Oh, let's see. I'm not done with Daredevil Born Again yet. All right, Groovy Me, we will stay out of that chatting. But hey, watch it. It ends pretty crazy. Like it's a fun viewing. So I hope you enjoy it. Oh, hi, Miguel. Yep. He's just having fun, swinging on the webs. Very true. eBay is good about giving you a refund if I get gypped. Yep, that's true. Yeah, it's great. It's great for buyers. It sucks as a seller because you think you're supposed to go in and it's supposed to be basically a contract. If you're the winning bid, you pay. I have so many people that just back out due to reasons that I just stopped selling on there. I'm over it. I don't even want to deal with it anymore. That 3-0 Robotech looks real nice. Might have to go back and see that. That 2099 is near perfect. Could have done with one less back piece because the webs are swappable, and I would have preferred an unmasked head or a tiny Lila. I've heard that from a couple people about that Lila. They would have preferred something like that in there. Rick, sorry if that was a spoiler. I found a lot of people have been hemming and hawing about the show. Hope the spoiler helps entice more to watch. I think people will be all right. I think people expect Frank to get in altercations. Tragic. I still want to get the Punisher and Bushwhacker set. I'll pass on this one. Not my favorite version of Punisher, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, you guys know I don't really pick up MCU versions or anything. I don't think it looks bad. I think it's a pretty decent Bernthal head sculpt, actually. But yeah, it's there. It exists. It's a thing. All right, where is that 3-0 Robotech? Did you see it up here when we were playing? We were just looking around. Ah, there we go. Is that? Yep, there it is. All right. Who all gets in? Who all gets into Fokker? I can't help it. Meet the parents vibes. We'll click on this a couple times. We'll see what we've got going on with Robotech. This thing does look good. I love the look of pretty much all the Robotech figures. Like just the planes. Clearly, this is a series that I should check out, as many of you have told me. Got the stand. Wow. Yeah, this thing's ready to go. You're not wrong. That was quite the figure there. Spaded one. I ended up painting a Gundam pilot for my Lila. Posted it in your Twitter thread today. Awesome, Spaded one. That's something else I'll be doing, guys. So people that are posting and all that stuff, I am gonna be sending the ebook out to people, as well as actually responding on my X feed, X/Twitter, because holy crap, this has just been a crazy week. But again, only 20 more minutes worth of painting, and then I can get the office situated a little better. Bernthal's portrayal, both on Disney Plus and Netflix, makes me appreciate Punisher even more. Great, nuanced performance. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you had told me way back when that he was going to be the guy to play the Punisher. I'm not sure I would have cared. Most of the time, most of these things seem to be cast pretty well, but once in a while you hear one and you're just going, that one, I think I would have been kind of middle of the road, but he has proven, just like Charlie Cox, that those are those guys. Like, for sure. You don't mess with that casting. It's brilliant. Okay, let me close a couple of these tabs that we had open there. It's a lovely balcony. Let's look. I want to see new arrivals. Woo, boy. I know Red Sonja's gotten quite a few. People have been a fan of hers. I'm not sure, like, this was one of the first images. These were some of the first images released. I still need that figure, I think. I think there's just something really cool about the suit. And clearly she's all epic and hacky. Whoops. But yeah, Red Sonja looks rad. Or red. Little of both. I don't know. This one and the steampunk version, I'm kind of like, oh man, which one do I go for? Or do I go for either? Or do I go for both? And I'm still trying to figure out what I think is my favorite figure of the year. I have not gotten a lot yet. I mean, I've got several things on pre order. Most of the stuff that I'm looking forward to is just going to be later in the year. And when I see, like, the second I pick up Blanca, he will probably end up being the one that is my favorite, but I don't have him yet. So the ones that I've gotten, the actual figures that I've gotten that were released this year that aren't Transformers, and remember, the reason I've been getting the Transformers and catching up on them is those prices go through the roof really fast. I picked up the Sir Gideon and the Maxilius the Harvester, and I think they're both great. I think of those two, I would probably, oh man, it's really tough because I love skeleton figures, but I think I would give it to Sir Gideon because I also dig knight figures. And there's just something so insane about all the love they put into Sir Gideon. So, yeah, one of those two for now, based on what I've picked up this year. I feel the same way about Bernthal's Frank as I do Jackman's Logan. Physically all wrong, but somehow pulls it off perfectly. Yep. And I never noticed that. Like, obviously, Hugh Jackman's Logan is so not Wolverine physically. I didn't notice that so much with Bernthal. Ooh, did folks see the one? Let's see, the new FF trailer. Oh, I saw the new FF trailer. What did everybody think of that, guys? I was kind of, I haven't dissected it or anything. I thought it has me a little more excited than I was before to see FF. Frank said he'd handle things a specific way, and he did it. Frank does things. Frank does things Frank's way. Tragic. I don't see the Punisher. I see Shane from The Walking Dead. He was a dick. So this guy rubs me the wrong way for the Punisher. See, that's terrible, isn't it? Like every time I see, have you guys seen the Jack Ryan series on Amazon? So like that's John Krasinski, and I can't take him as like, okay, he did a great job as Jack Ryan. I mean, he put in a phenomenal performance, but I can't see him as anything but Jim. And so I understand what you're saying here, Tragic. I almost feel bad. It's like Jack Black. I can't see Jack Black as anything but Jack Black. It's so unfair for those poor actors. Spaded one brick. I did looks great, but Silver Surfer looks wrong. Like her face is made of clay. Oh, I'll need to go back and look because I only saw it on a laptop and I wasn't paying full attention to that. See. Oh, for certain, sure. All right. I'm going to keep pushing buttons because that's what I do. I did brick something not looking good to me, but better than the last ones. The Surfer looks terrible. See, that's the thing. Now I have to go back and look at that again. CG is still preliminary, but story-wise, I'm hyped. You know what my favorite thing was, and this isn't a spoiler because it's just the trailer. Anybody go out and find the trailer after the live stream, of course. But I think my favorite thing of the whole deal was the giant boot coming down on the city, just walking through the city. I think we all know whose giant boot that would be. Ben Grimm looks great. Stoked to see Herbie in the period piece aspect. Seems cool. Yep. I think visually this movie is going to be amazing. I just hope they crush it story-wise. I need Marvel to come back to its greatness. I know it will probably never reach the levels that it had prior to Endgame, but I need the general public to get back into it so that we can continue getting these movies. Thanks for the reminder. The 3-0 Roy Fokker Veritech arrived today. It was back at the garage. Oh, Fokker. That's pretty sweet. It does look cool, man. See, Brick. After what the actors said and knowing Pedro, the story is going to bomb from what I'm hearing. I'm sure it will be above average for the past 7 years. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not going to jump on it before I see it. This trailer does have me more hyped than what I've seen before. I'm hoping it's going to be good, but we'll see. I mean, Marvel's got a lot to prove at this point. That was an official trailer. Don't know if I'd call that preliminary CGI. Man, I really got to go back and see the Silver Surfer again, don't I? I got to pay more attention. I know folks working on it. Their trailers are never final CGI. I remember the Endgame trailer certainly wasn't final CGI. Toy Odyssey, what's going on, man? Good evening to you. Thanks for stopping in. Rick, prelim isn't the right word. Not final is better. Got it. See, I love the whole mid-century futurism dope. Yeah, like I think the style of the movie is cool. I just hope it's got the substance to match. But have we? Johnny had nothing but low energy. I don't know. Hopefully, it's hard to beat. I think it's going to be hard to beat Chris Evans' Johnny energy. But I think the guy, he definitely had some Johnny energy, though. So hopefully they do a little bit with that. I've heard some of the stuff that Mr. Madsen was talking about as well, but I've also heard people saying that could just be due to the circles they travel in and all that. So we'll see. I'm hopeful. I'm most hopeful for Superman, but I'm definitely hopeful for the Fantastic Four. I want to see Marvel do something new that isn't connected to this MCU stuff, like a Spider-Man 2099 movie or something. Uh, I wonder. That would be kind of cool, but I don't know that they. I I feel like I don't know. I feel like they've almost got a. I don't want to say reboot because reboot's not right, but the new characters that they've introduced since the Endgame cast has pretty much been gone. They haven't been they haven't been like slam dunks. Nobody's a lot of people, the general public, I guess. Like I don't what my opinion is of it, what our opinions are or is of it doesn't really matter as much as just what the general public's feeling of it all is. And so obviously it hasn't been great because these movies haven't been going nuts at the box office. Captain America Brave New World I thought was kind of it was middle of the road. It was maybe a little worse than Straight C. It wasn't terrible, but I could have waited for it for, till it showed up on Disney Plus. So I don't know. I want them to do some amazing stuff before they start going nuts on maybe alternate stuff. Maybe get it back. I would love them to start tackling the X-Men after the Fantastic Four, after the Avengers movies. And I'm sitting here thinking, I think they almost got to do away with the Avengers and just start up with the X-Men. But the Avengers have been such huge movies for Disney, I'm not sure they would do that. Just because the Avengers don't have, aside from Sam Wilson, that's pretty much it. Like they haven't knocked anything out of the park. I think Sam Wilson can be handled really well. I think Anthony Mackie does a great job. I think you give him the right writers and the right directors, and he'll knock it out of the park. I think he could be a great Captain America. So I'm not worried about Sam/Anthony Mackie being awesome. It's everybody else. People need to they need to kind of get behind these other characters, and I don't see that happening yet. So hopefully something happens to get people on board. Rick, nerds are hard to please. That's fair. That's fair. But when we're talking MCU, it seems the general population's hard to please. Oh, let's see. What do you got, Toy Odyssey? I've been doing some shopping at AliExpress lately. I bought myself a knockoff Juggernaut and Hulk. Both are excellent for bootlegs. Awesome. Which ones were those? The ones that were based off the? Let's see. Was it all based off of the Juggernaut mold, and then they used different heads? I remember that there was a Juggernaut, and then there was a Captain America that was on the Juggernaut body or something. Spaded one, or like do a period piece Blade movie based on the original character. Something that is going to be laden down, or that isn't going to be laden down with cameos or caught up in a lore web. See, I think what they would probably do with Blade, they could set something up for a couple centuries ago, and then bring him in to today. It's sort of what they did with Captain America, just not quite a couple centuries ago. So that could work, like doing a period piece like that. And with Spidey 2099, they could almost do a futuristic period piece with that. But then somehow they'd end up tying him in. And I think you're right. I don't know that I'd want him tied in with everything else. Hey, Star, what's up, sir? All right. All right. Tell us, what's been your favorite figure of 2025 so far? All right. I got to go for make 7 up yours. Nope, wait, this is Sprite. We're going to do this. We're going to guzzle, guzzle. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Ah, refreshing indeed. Now, what do we got, Star? What do we got? I'm sitting here staring at my Edge Runners David. Has anyone noticed that with that yellow jacket, how much David looks like Freddie Mercury. I have not noticed that. I think he's got the wrong facial hair. Let's see. Ah, yes. All right. So let's see. We've gotten through a whole lot of people's favorites. Let's see. David looks like somebody tried to draw Vegeta from memory. Wow. Oh, that's a shot. That's a shot. All right. So what do we have here? What else do we got, ladies and gents? It feels like we've gone through what everybody's favorite figures have been so far. So what else are you thinking? Tell me things. Tell me things. Let me know. Let me know if there's anything we missed, anything we should be talking about, anything action figure photography related, and we'll go from there. And if there's not much, we can call it fairly early. Oh, wait a sec. We've got Brick jumping in. Got my Roman Key X Cowl Gun Girl. Oh, nice. Coming in this Friday. She looks amazing. I think, were you here, Brick? You guys were, or some of the chat was pointing out that, yeah, that's totally Rebecca. And I had seen it before I saw Cyberpunk, so I had no idea. I just thought it was a cool looking figure. Let's see here. It's called Gun Girl. All right. Roman Key Gun Girl. Let's find her. There we go. Because, yeah, I remember seeing it and just thinking, all right, that thing's pretty amazing. Let's get on out of there. Let's instead get on into here. If it opens, open, 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 you fiend. That's a nice screen there, ladies and gentlemen. Observe. All right, hold on. Let's see about refreshing. Here we go. The insanity. How did I not? I mean, now, yes, I see it. But before, I had no clue. All these extra, like that pose. That is amazing. And I am wondering what Jada's going to do with her. I mean, we've seen the prototype. We don't know everything about her yet, so I'd be very curious what Jada's going to make happen with this figure or with their version of Rebecca. It's definitely not on model with the anime, but it's just an excellent looking sculpt. Yeah, it isn't anime accurate. You are 1,000% on that, Brick. But yeah, I mean, I remember seeing this, and it wasn't the same. It wasn't the same energy as like a Milk Tea Girl or a Bunny Girl Eileen. Any of those ridiculous anime-looking figures. This thing was just amazing. Like you said, when I saw this, I was just kind of blown away by how cool it looked, and it moves really well. Oh, I'm gonna have to find some reviews, aren't I? Star, my personal favorite is obviously David and Lucy, but that Jada creature from the Black Lagoon is surprisingly awesome. Wasn't expecting that. Nice. Yeah, I still got to go back and do that stuff. I was thinking Wolfman, but yeah, the Jada army needs to grow. I've been spending a lot of money on paint though, apparently recently. Brick, Jada's will be very on model. I've heard great things from people who've handled Jada's Rebecca. Really? Ooh, that's exciting. That's exciting, Brick. Let's see. It'll be the right size, too. Yeah, I remember seeing the picture. It was her and, oh my gosh, Maine. She and Maine are supposed to be next up, I believe. And we saw them next to the others. And yeah, they look pretty much the right size. I love my 3-0 Transformers. It's just the price is killing me. Ugh, ugh. See, Star, okay, let's see. I've been trying to figure out how I would focus my collection. Would you say that your focus right now is Jada and 3-0 Transformers? Is that pretty much it? Or are you going outside of that some? Because I'm trying to figure out with all the tariffs and everything else happening, I'm like, okay, if I were to triage this, what would stay for sure, which lines would stay for sure, and which ones would be kind of on the bubble. But Gun Girl, excellent. Check D Amazing for that review too. He knows how to pose a fig. D Amazing is, for lack of a better word, amazing. Like his reviews, just because of what he does. Like he does things in a way that I really love just because he's thinking about photography while he's doing it and then takes amazing photos at the end of everything, which is awesome. That's my kind of reviewer. So I'm stoked. Anthony's Customs, also my kind of reviewer. Two totally different ways of doing it. Spaded one. I'm really stoked to see that next wave of Jada Edge runners. Rebecca is a small figure and Maine is a giant. Totally different proportions than everything else. Want to see how Jada tackles those. Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait. I want to see how Jada just tackles all the things. The 3.0 Transformers look great, but I prefer transformable Transformers. But that transformable Macross is tempting. Yeah, that's the worst. Like all the stuff you guys bring up and all the stuff that I find online, it all looks so good. And I'm sitting here going, can't buy it all. Those are my focus, and I buy multiples of each. AWOC is pretty spectacular and holds a special place in my heart. Beautifully made. Okay, so you're kind of going with 3 lines. Got it. Yeah, D's cut from a brilliant bit of cloth. Cool guy, too. I have not met him. I would love to. I would love to meet D Amazing. He's one that would just be, I think he would just be a fun dude. I think he'd be very cool to check out. Well, to hang out with. Star. If Jada does not do Edge Runners, James Norris, Max Tack agents, or Maelstrom gang members, then yes, you will all see a grown man cry. I would love to know what's in the pipeline. We would have to know how well David and Lucy are selling, though. And I don't have those numbers yet. D Amazing is a mutant. His mutant power is posing. He gets a figure in his hand and it literally melts into a great pose automatically. It is crazy. Like at the beginning of his review, it looks like he's just, oh, look at what this thing can do. And I'm just like, I think of myself as being pretty good at posing, but I will turn on a D Amazing video and I'm just going, holy crap, how did he just make that happen? It is incredible. Like his stuff is awesome. Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of incredible, Gun Girl, rad stuff. Let's go through a little bit. Dragon. She has that Harley Quinn energy as well. Like we talked about how Rebecca reminds me kind of Harley Quinn a little bit. Just a little nuts, a little off kilter. Harley is obviously way more off kilter, but she does have that Harley energy, especially this gun girl figure, especially with these giant guns. Yep, now you got me just clicking through images. Woo! Fataz. D was in my group for November's intern for a day at the Four Horsemen Studios. D and Robo, both are just incredibly warm guys. That is cool to hear. I mean, Robo strikes me that way too. It's just I think D and I would just have more to talk about, you know? Huge nerds too. Love to yay nerds. Love it. Got it. Yeah, when D gets talking about a property that he's really into, it's insane. You're like, holy crap, this dude knows his stuff. I don't think I would ever send D Amazing a bad nerd shirt, even if he ordered it. Or if he ordered a bad nerd shirt, he would get that plus something else that says poser or something. I don't know. And no, I don't yet have a bad nerd shirt up yet. Up yet. Wow. Okay, speaking difficult, but it is in the works. Did you hear D Amazing is probably getting out of the YouTube toy sphere? I heard he said something like that, but then I also saw a post from him saying, "Man, you guys really don't want me out of here." So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Nah, he says that about once a year. He's already said he's all good and back in it. All right, all right. That's what I like to hear. He gets stressed out. I'm sure. I'm sure. I mean, it's stressful doing what he's got to do. I mean, I think he must shoot. He obviously shoots for Mezco or seems to shoot for Mezco. At least get stuff in early when it comes to that stuff. And he works with a lot of people. Plus, he wants to get his reviews in and everything else. He probably is like a lot of us, just puts way too much on himself to get done and just can't keep up and burns out after a while. Then gives himself some time, comes right back fresh. Harley Quinn is so 2024. We're all about hyping up Tank Girl in 25. Tank Girl is greater than Harley Quinn. Oh, Tank Girl. Still haven't seen that. Of course, it's only been since Monday that you brought her up last time, I think. Spaded one, you're speaking my language. Oh, tanks for the memories. Hey, hey. And give me a mini tank too. And Jet Girl. Ooh, I don't know Jet Girl. Is Jet Girl a friend of Tank Girl? Fun fact, Tank Girl is free on YouTube right now. Ah. Maybe I'll just decide, you know what? I got everything done. I'm just going to watch Tank Girl tonight. Anyone know how long the list of butts to kiss is in order to get my amazing Yamaguchi Alien and Predator? I have no idea. I think you start with Kyoto, and then you go to their Reveltech division, and then from there you split off into their Amazing Yamaguchi subgroup. It's probably a pretty long list, actually, Star. It would be tough. You'd have to be wearing stuff that, protected yourself. Brick. Oh, the movie. It was fun. I love comic figs. See, I don't know anything about the Tank Girl comic either. Man, you guys are making me look even sillier than I normally do. Harley Quinn from Batman the Animated Series, she was originally, let's see, created as better than Tank Girl. Modern movie Harley Quinn isn't good, and Tank Girl is way better. She was awesome in the animated series. I will say that. Yeah, Dave, there's Jet Girl, Boat Girl, Sub Girl, and her kangaroo boyfriend, Booga. This just sounds ridiculous. I love ridiculous. Oh, man. What about NECA Elvira Commando? Alex, I wonder. Hold on. Let's head in there and see what we see. Let's close. Well, before I close anything out, let me make sure I can find her. Oh my gosh, Dark Commando Elvira. All right, let's close this out. We'll go back to the BBTS. Now, one, I probably didn't even talk about her because she's an 8-inch figure. See, so much is so good. Bazooka, interchangeable head, book. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I probably wouldn't be stoked about this because she doesn't have a lot of extras, but to pick her up as something that you could just put on your shelf and look awesome with a crazy bazooka, yeah, I could see picking this Elvira up. Whew. Spaded one, break the comics are cool as heck too. I remember being blown away by the art when I was young. Ah, dang it. I really know nothing, do I? Let's see, me too. Graphically excellent. Speaking of, we need great gorillas figs. Jada. Oh no. Let's see. I had a big crush on Lori Petty. So Point Break and Tank Girl were my movies. Jamie Hewlett for the win. Oh no. So much I don't know. Comics better than the movie. Yeah, that often happens. Let's see. Hear me out. Jada Toys Thundercats. Man, Jada needs to. This is I need somebody else to do Thundercats. And I don't need them to do it for me. I don't really care about Thundercats. I need them to do it for you guys. For all the people that love Thundercats, I need somebody to do really well articulated Thundercats in 112 scale. I think that those figures, even though I'm not into them, obviously if Jada did them, I'd pick them up. But even though I'm not into the show or the characters or anything all that much, the photogenic possibilities of Thundercats are ridiculous. They would look so cool in front of your lens that I would be tempted. Yeah. Let's see. Oh no, we're going nuts. We're going above and beyond my sphere of knowledge. I picked up the NECA Ultimate Jigsaw Killer not too long ago, and he looks awesome, especially with Billy the Puppet and the reverse bear trap. Oh man, NECA's horror stuff is so good. If I were to start a horror, I would totally get Vincent Price and then just build off of it. I just need Jada to release something with a big FU sword. Oh, let Jada get into Bleach. I think it's Bleach that SHF is doing such a great job on, or am I off? Let's see. Was the Tank Girl artist creator? He also did the art and character designs for the band Gorillaz. Worth a Google, Dave. Appreciate it, Brick. Cool. What have we? Sorry, Dave. Portishead is a band that has a song on the Tank Girl movie soundtrack. It happens at a spicy moment. Woo! Spicy. We're talking in codes. All right, guys. Let's go until about 8:30 or so, and then we'll call her a night. What's everybody doing for Easter this weekend? Like anything crazy? I know I'm not. I'm going to hang out with the family and all that. If I didn't have family that wanted to do this stuff, I honestly would probably be working, which is terrible. But I didn't color Easter eggs. That was the fun part of Easter for me, was coloring the eggs, and that just didn't happen. So now I'm kind of like, huh. Well, all right, we'll spend Easter weekend just doing what we usually do when we do stuff, I guess. I don't know. Great soundtrack too, Devo, Portishead, and a great Cole Porter. Okay. Oh, Cole Porter cover. Starlight, Starlight. But yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't even know what we're gonna do. We're going to my sister's, and I'm not sure what we're gonna be doing when it comes to Easter. I know the niece will be stoked. And if the niece is stoked, that's really all that needs to happen for the whole Easter thing to be fun. Yeah, I bet she colored eggs. Now I'm just jealous. I'm gonna have to go like steal some of her eggs a little bit and say, all right, I am stealing the Easter eggs. The bunny will be angry, but it's okay. Alex, family, food, and friends, the three F's. Not bad, Alex. That's gonna be good times. It's always fun when you throw in the friends too. Family, sometimes, like my family's pretty, I'm lucky. They're pretty cool. But I know a lot of people have family where they're like, oh, does Uncle Frank really have to come here this week or this time? Spade one. Yeah, Dave, the peer pressure is strong. You're going to have to watch this movie. I am. I do fall so easily for the peer pressure. We shall see. See, I'm a heathen. I'm streaming Sunday talking about the West Coast Mythic Meetup. I'm helping to organize on May 3rd in Sacramento. So far, it's the only toy show with a Four Horsemen presence in 2025. Wow. Okay, that's pretty sweet, though, Brick. Man, I was born outside of Sacramento. If only I were still there, I would go hang out there. Of course, I moved to Michigan when I was 9, so it's been a while. But yeah, that would be fun. Let's see. What have we? He has so many movies to catch up on, dude. It's sad, really, is what it is. And people keep suggesting stuff, not just you guys, but I'll hear it out and about. There's not enough time. Like, I'm going to have to really triage. What is it? Triage seems to be the word of the night. Triage how I decide to do the movie viewing. Clankatron, I'm working, but work has been slow, so we'll see. My family's having a barbecue at my cousin's house. Nice, Clankatron. So, work, though, if work's been slow, at least you can kind of have a good time maybe at work. Maybe look up some stuff, find some craziness. I'm not sure. No, not Uncle Buck. Yep. Oh, yeah. Didn't realize you were a California kid. Roseville. Roseville, exactly. Woodland, Citrus Heights. No, sir. It was Roseville, California. So I was born in Roseville. When I was 6, we moved to Sparks, Nevada, which is a suburb of Reno. And then we moved back to California for like a year in, was it? I think we were in Paradise, California, which was near like 15 minutes away from Chico, and then moved back to Sparks and moved to Michigan when I was 9. So yeah, I had all kinds of good times. I remember, oh, you know what I missed most was warm weather. Now Sacramento, not so much. I barely remember Sacramento, but Reno, Sparks, that area, it was amazing. And if it snowed, it didn't snow all that much, but it was one of those states that if we got just a little bit of snow, then everything shut down. So it was kind of fun. All right. I'm watching Tank Girl tonight. Woohoo! Oh boy. What do you got, Star? Sorry, busy telling my brother that needs to watch Hostels and Godzilla Minus One, two of the best films ever made. My sister and I disagree over film. I'm always right though. My sister-in-law and I disagree over film. You know what? I feel that way about just my sister. I am always right when it comes to movies and TV and all that, but that's mostly because she doesn't watch much of it. But yeah, that's I've never heard of Godzilla Minus One. Has to be on the list. I've heard so many good things. I haven't really heard about Hostels. Let's see, Mazel Tov, Mazel Mazel. Awesome, Dave. Yeah, I know Paradise too. One of my old business partners was born and raised in Roseville. Nice. But it's been so long. Like I said, moving back here when I was 9, I remember the address of the Sparks house, but that's about it. I couldn't find anything in Roseville or anything else, or Paradise. I live in San Diego. Weather's pretty good here. I am jealous, Alex. Ah, Michigan is a little multiple personality when it comes to weather in the same day, basically. Dave, speaking of Godzilla minus one, you know where I'm going with this, right, Dave? We need Haya. We need a Haya Toys Godzilla minus one star. That's what I'm thinking. Word, Alex. I was born and raised in LA, but moved to San Francisco in '98. Nice. Voice. Clegatron, I was born and raised in Los Angeles. It's pretty nice here. See, Sparks was where it was at, just in my upbringing. That's probably the warmest place I ever lived in. I loved going, I've been to Vegas twice. I love Vegas because I'm good with heat. So I am totally in the wrong part of the country. And Vegas, you're like just walking down the strip, you just duck into a hotel if it gets too hot. But there are plenty of other places with, I'm sure, plenty of coffee shops. Clank, yeah, I feel like I don't know enough California collectors. I grew up in Downey Southgate. Oh, see, that does, I know nothing. Oh, man. Oh, hang on. What do we got? Let's see. All right, we're good. We're good. Star knows. Yes, Haya Toys Godzilla -1. Still waiting, Haya. Let's pick up the pace, kids. See, now you gotta know though, is it Haya or Jada that we need the stuff from? I think it's Jada. I think Jada covers more of the needs. Although I can understand yelling at Haya and saying, hey, let's get this done. All right, guys, it is 8:30. I'm gonna get out of here. I hope everybody has a phenomenal weekend. Have fun. Don't get too crazy, unless, of course, you let me know first. And so, thanks for stopping in. You know the drill. You could have been anywhere, and you chose to hang out here tonight with all of us, and we massively appreciate it. So, until next time, have fun. Happy snapping. See ya. Let's see if I can click.